You guys, we are officially only a few weeks out from the new season of Love After Lockup, and in preparation for the new season, you guys know I've been out here trying to get the tea on some of these couples, and I want to talk about Karrington from the couple Karrington and Zay. They are a new couple, and just a little refresher, this is the About Me that was shared by the press release for the new season. It says Karrington and Zay, they're from Little Rock, Arkansas. She's a Southern belle, and she met her man Zay during a prison video visit with her brother. Sparks flew instantly, and what started as a casual conversation quickly turned romantic. But now that Zay's release is approaching, Karrington knows that she has some secrets to confront, including the fact that she's been dating other men. Zay's sisters, anxiously awaiting their brother's return, connect Zay's calls to Karrington since he's unable to call her directly, but his sisters know very little about her and are wary of her intentions. So I ended up getting a message from someone after I shared this on Facebook, and they personally know Karrington and her whole family, and I'm just going to read word for word what they told me. They said, "Hey love, I know Karrington and her family personally, and it's a lot of tea. Honestly, this family is unlike anything on TV right now. What started with Karrington and her family gaining attention from Family Feud, the Johnson family, had turned into people becoming obsessed with the entire family dynamic. Fans online have literally started calling them the Black Kardashians, but with a Southern Arkansas twist. Think beauty, chaos, loyalty, hilarious clapbacks, sisterhood, strong personalities, family drama, and non-stop entertainment all rolled into one household. And the crazy part, what people see online is only a small piece of who they really are. There are 5 sisters total, all which names start with K, and every single one of them brings a completely different personality to the table." It sounds like they're trying to get their own family TV show, like Keeping Up with the Karringtons. But then they go on to say one is outspoken, social butterfly, one is the peacemaker, one is hilarious, one is the firecracker, and somehow together it just works. They argue hard, they love harder, and they have people talking without even trying. What makes them stand out is that they're authentically Southern, raw, funny, and relatable. They're not trying to be polished influencer. They're naturally entertaining just by being themselves. The culture is connecting to them because they feel real. If they had the chance to meet them or interview them together, you'll immediately understand why people are so invested. The chemistry between the sisters is wild, funny, emotional, and extremely binge-worthy. There are stories, personalities, and moments that people have not heard yet, and I think your platform would be perfect for introducing the audience to the family. So I just wanted to share what this person had to share about the family. So I started doing some digging, and here is Karrington, and like this person said, they were on Family Feud back in 2020, and Karrington actually won a car for her family. She secured the win with just 2 strikes on the board, and here is a picture of Karrington's mother with Karrington's sisters, and they actually have quite the emotional story. They've dealt with a lot of diversity over the years. Her mother and family, including Karrington, was interviewed on the news after they went and played on Family Feud, and this is what they had to say about their life. Okay, shout out to Officer Tommy M. Norman. They said, "From adversity to victory, the Johnson family from Little Rock share a story that we could all learn from." And this is a long video. I think it's like 8-10 minutes long. So we're just going to listen to the first few minutes. But they've definitely had it hasn't been an easy road for them.
All right, I'm here in Little Rock, Arkansas with the Johnson family. And they may look familiar because the family, they were on Family Feud, and it actually aired
October 6th.
October 6th. Right. So their story is absolutely, it's inspirational, it's motivational, and it'll bring tears to your eyes. It brought tears to my eyes. I'm going to let the mom, who I still don't believe is the mom, I think she's actually the sister, but you were homeless in 2012.
Yes.
You
I know this is random, but the mom and the sisters are all gorgeous.
thought about giving up on life,
I sure did.
and because you fought back
Yes.
and you were courageous, God
Yes.
bless you and your family in the way of not just Family Feud, but other ways. So so let them know kind of what's been going on in life for you and how Family Feud came into play.
So back in 2012, you know, I had actually just went into business for myself. So if you can imagine, you know, already kind of being in a negative to try to get your business off the ground. So unfortunately, I was in an accident. I was hit by a truck who had no insurance, and it just kind of knocked me off the ground. I lost everything I had. Lost the home. I lost everything I had. I was in a Ford Expedition that was hanging on for life. And so we ended up homeless, and we was living in a truck, trying to look for different
When
shelters.
you say we, it was 5 girls.
Yeah, me and my 5 girls.
So 6 total.
Yeah, there's only like 2 or 3 sisters featured in that picture, but yeah, there's 5 girls total. Or was it 5 or 6 of them total? There's 5 sisters and them all.
Yeah, and I really, at that moment,
That's Karrington right there.
wanted to give up on life, because I was like, I have failed. I have failed as a mother. I have failed as a human being. And I started to pray, and, you know, I welcomed God in my life. And that was something I always knew him, but I didn't actually know of him and the things that he was capable of doing. And so as I began to pray, we were still on the street. I went to hotels, but of course lost the hotel because you run out of money. You know, you don't have money coming in, you're holding on to the money you have, and you just don't have anything. So the Union Rescue Mission, they didn't want to take a woman and children, and then our house could only take half of us. So I didn't want to take, have half of my children gone and the other half somewhere else. I didn't want to do that. And so I got a call from a guy from the Union Rescue Mission, and he said, hey, I need you to make your way to...
Okay, I swear to God, every time I want to make a video, that's when the people outside my apartment decide they want to mow. Hopefully you guys can't hear it as much now.
The Cersei, they have a few more shelters. So I go over, we ride down to Cersei, Arkansas. And we were in a truck here, and, we were sneaking in hotels, making it seem like we were guests, getting food and everything, and, bathing in hotels and bathrooms and stuff like that. And so he got a call one day, and he said, listen, I heard you were trying to get into Jacob's Place homeless shelter. Well, I'm over that shelter. We're full right now, but I have a friend that has another a home that will house you until we open. And he said, where are you? I told him where we were. He brought his friend came and showed up. And when I tell y'all, that wasn't nothing but God. And I greatly appreciate the love, support, my children. They pushed me because I really wanted to give up. And just when I wanted to give up, that's when God told me that sometimes he had to take away to make a way, because I got closer to him, and it put a fuel in my body to make me want to get up and get it and push. So we got to the homeless shelter, and then we end up getting in Jacob's Place. A lot of y'all may know me from Jacob's Place. Yeah, I'm Christy, so still the same Christy from Jacob's Place. And so now,
you would have never imagined that they've been through all that, seeing them on Family Feud or just seeing our initial introduction to them.
Jacob's Place, and I got one job, making $7.25 an hour. I kept on going, and while I was working that job, I got another job, and then I was working 3 jobs. So I began to work 3 jobs, and let me tell you, so many people, word spreads, found out that we were at the shelter. And people from all walks of life came to help us. People that I didn't even know, still don't know. And one thing I asked the minister, I said, how do I repay all these people that have helped me? And he said, you pay it forward. And that's what we're on a mission to do. Yes. God has brought us out. We all have good, decent jobs now. And I thank him, y'all. And I just want y'all to know that whoever is out there struggling, just when you want to give up, just when you think it's the end, this may be your beginning. I never thought I would meet.
Yep, don't give up. Help could always be right around the corner.
The greatest inspiration of my life, Steve Harvey. I'm meeting Officer Norman. And this is wonderful. Can
you mention a gentleman's name that sent someone to you to bring you into the, you said his name was Al?
Al Fowler, yes.
Al Fowler, okay.
Al Fowler is, in Cersei, Arkansas. I was over Jacob's Place. And I forget the other minister's name of the ministry. But yeah, he took us in as well until Jacob's Place became, open for us. And
So fast forward that part, you went through a lot because of Al and people in Cersei. You're able to get back on your feet.
yes.
Fast forward to Family Feud comes to Little Rock, Arkansas in 2018 for auditions.
Yes.
You were chosen for that. And if I'm getting mixed up, please correct me. But when you get there, you're on there a day, and then you lose the second day or the first day.
The second day.
So you're supposed to be sent back home.
Yes.
Let people know why you didn't get sent back home.
You want to tell me?
Okay, so I feel like we didn't get sent back home because when my mom, when she shared the story to the audience and to Steve Harvey and to everyone that was there, they was really moved. The producers were crying. They were inspired by our story. The audience was inspired. So they was like, we love this film. We can't send them home. So they called us right back. We were supposed to fly out that morning, but they loved us so much. They just went ahead and sent us right back.
They loved your story.
They loved
because
the story,
then they loved you. But you said you said that you kind of felt out the place as far as filling out the form and the survey until you got to the diversity part. And you lived with diversity for so many years that you just told your story. And you kind of mentioned that maybe the producer was in tears, and Steve Harvey, when he walked off stage, he was in tears because Steve Harvey was at once homeless. And
and let me tell y'all,
I forgot about that. Steve Harvey was living in the back of his car.
I never was planning to get on there and talk about my adversity. I wanted to talk about my famous queso that everybody loves.
Well, talk about your queso.
It's called Nacho Mama Queso. It is delicious. It is delicious. Y'all have to, when you see me and I'm making it, stop by and get y'all some. But listen, I didn't plan to talk about that because this is a game show. This is fun. So 5 minutes before we were to go on set, Bryce comes to us, one of the producers, and he said, hey, listen, I just spoke with the executive producer. She only want you, Christy, to talk about your adversity. That's it. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less.
Who's Christy?
Me.
Oh, I'm sorry. You. I thought you said you. I'll say so. You. I got
I'm freaking out like, oh my goodness. But I said, you know what? I'm just going to be myself. Hopefully I touch somebody in the audience, because let me tell you something. One thing being down will help you rehabilitate yourself, restore yourself. But after you're restoring yourself, you're replenishing yourself with positivity. And as long as people can see your light that shines within you, that's all that matters. Your light is not to shine for everybody. Your light is to shine for you. And when you're living in your truth and you're being honest and you're being transparent, that will touch other people.
And you just had church on a Saturday. You didn't say a whole lot, but how
I
did
just want to let you know that the star does not last forever. See, God, it just don't last forever.
This is a beautiful family. I am honored to finally meet you. Carrington, shout out to you for reaching out to me. And for allowing me to meet you. I know we're missing
Caitlin and Casey.
Hello, Caitlin and Casey. But anyway, thank you so much. You're a beautiful family.
So much for love.
Is it 4 of them or 5? I thought that one girl who messaged me said 5, but they named off 4 sisters there. I don't know. Oh, that's very inspirational. I'm sure she's going to open up more about that on Love After Lockup. Now let's look at some other information on Karrington. So I came across her social media, and I found this post from the other day where she posted this picture of this guy saying, "Daddy coming home." And it didn't look like Zay to me. So I'm like, okay, did she find herself another inmate? But then she opened up about how her and Zay decided to tattoo each other's names on each other, and she made him do it. So I'm like, okay, from the sounds of it, it actually does sound like they're still together. But I didn't see him get out in the preview. Like, they showed clips of all the inmates getting out except him. So I'm like, okay, did he ghost her or what? But from the sounds of some of her recent social media posts, it definitely sounds like they may still be talking at this time. But I mean, he should be out now, so why isn't she with him? I don't know, I'm just so confused. But then I went and found like some of her job history, and I guess right now she's working at this place called Attico Staffing. She's a customer service representative where she answers customer telephone calls to avoid wait times. She keeps customers happy by implementing forward-thinking strategies that focus on meeting their needs and resolving their concerns. She definitely has a good resume. She did a good job writing this. She talks about how she helps with customer service, and in the past she worked as a customer service associate at Walgreens. She studied nursing at the University of Arkansas and at Pulaski Technical College, and she has her high school diploma. So she definitely has an education on her, and she has a good work history, and she says she has a high energy attitude, cash handling accuracy. She's a great multitasker, a great critical thinker. She's overcome a lot of obstacles in her life with her family. I found several posts from her where she says, I'll be rich right now if you knew how many people tell me that I look like Nicki Minaj, Jada Wada, and Meg the Stallion. And I didn't think it when I first looked at her, but in some of her pictures, if you look long enough, like this picture, she was like, I'm not Meg the Stallion. She kind of looks like Meg the Stallion here, like with her eyes, but I kind of think it's the filter that makes her look more like that too, because like when she was on the show and when she was doing that interview with her family, she didn't look as much like Meg the Stallion as she does when she puts that filter on. But she's definitely a pretty girl, and it makes you think, okay, why did she have to go find herself an inmate? I'm sure she has no problems finding her a man out here in the free world, but I guess she just probably feels like she's been through a lot in her life and been helped out, and she probably wants to do the same thing for someone else. And she does have a few daughters. She had a daughter who's about to start kindergarten or first grade. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about Karrington in the comments below. I'll definitely look more into her and look into her boyfriend Zay, so stay tuned for that for a future video. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.